All right. How we all doing? I forgot to open something on my iPad, so let me lean over here and do nothing for a second while I fix that. Just a moment. I need a good way to automate everything involved with multi-streaming. I don't know if there's like enough APIs for that, or if I'll have to do like manual shit. It's probably not worth doing that, to be honest, if there's not an API. Anyway, there we go. All right, well, it is Christmas time in WoW, which is a good feeling. I love MMO holidays. All right, so this is my current inn still. I don't know if I think I've finished all of my... I have a rogue quest? Okay. Seems reasonable. You trying to get your food, Moon, or you want to come over and sit on my lap? Let's try to feed you first and see how you feel about that. Of course, the entire 30 minutes I was doing shit, Mooncake doesn't care at all. The moment I actually go live, she's like, oh, now I want to come over here. That's alright. There we go, now I've got the cat landing pad ready. Okay. Alright, so I guess I should, I need to figure out what I'm supposed to do with the winter stuff. It's been a long time. Huge words invading the screen. Hey, lol, how's it going, dude? Huge words, like, you mean in the game? You can get, like, someone's name all over the screen. Anyway. Yeah, so I gotta figure out what, Hey, Fred. When it's time to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation. To entertain doubt is to dance with death. I like that quote. That's a good one. Okay. Yes, I guess I'll go back to org, get my yeah, I logged in with 70 gold, 69 gold, and 70 silver from auctions. That was pretty cool. Let me really quickly disable those extra add-ons though now. Yeah, I might actually have to go look some of those up. The Izaro quotes, it's kind of cool, actually. All right. Yeah, I can't wait to play Expedition 33. I've been wanting to since that came out earlier this year when I was in the middle of moving multiple times and not having fucking reliable internet and everything. Seeing it win all those awards only makes me want to play it even more. But it was especially satisfying seeing all the fucking ghosts of Scrote lovers just going nuts about the fact that it didn't win despite all the nominations. They were trying so hard to get their industry plant successful. Here, come here, Moon. That's a good girl. You jumped right up today. All right. It is actually super nice that this chair I have has armrests that rotate up and down like that. I can just basically lift the arm, let Mooncake hop on, and then close it up, you know, secure everything back up again. Okay. What a good little kitty cat, huh? I wish fucking fingerprint scanners would ever work reliably for me. They just don't. I don't know if I'm a fucking lizard that sheds my fingerprints regularly or what, but they never work. I always have to reassign my fingerprints after like a month or something. Anyway. Before we hop into the game proper here, we got Mooncake. She is the ultimate cat form. All right. Now let's hop into the other cat form. Okay. Oh yeah, that actually makes me wonder, do I have a vertical scene for cat cam yet? No, I don't. I have to set that up later. Okay. Well, if anyone was watching on YouTube Shorts, I just showed my cat. And I guess that's the that's your incentive to tune in to the horizontal format. But I will fix that for the next session if I remember. Okay, so yeah, it's Christmas and WoW. We got Christmas lights, a Christmas tree. Now I will say that Guild Wars 2 tended to do the cosmetic visual decoration of holidays to a greater extent than WoW. But it's also a much newer game, so, you know, there's that. Alright, so this looks like... there we go.
Presents. Bah, I say. Those goblins pollute the true meaning of this season. The Feast of Winter Vale. This is a time of renewal. The land slumbers under a blanket of snow brought forth by Great Father Winter, who is not the bumbling fool over there in the red suit. If you're interested in learning what the feast is all about for yourself, ask Segorn Creststrider. I'm sure he'll be surprised that someone cares about history rather than getting presents.
This sounds like a fucking boring quest. I want the presents. But I am a history enjoyer, so I guess there is that. Winter Vale Emergency Grumpus. Dude, seeing emergency just like with that immediately made me go, emergency code. Fucking Phantasy Star Online too. Alright. Yeah, what's my quest log like? Of course it's a eternally fucked situation.
Speak, friend.
A wondrous winter's veil to you, little boy. Good children get special, discounts at any local Smoky Wood Pastures vendor. Yum.
Well, that was a weird bit of dialogue. Anyway. Okay, so... yeah, I gotta remember what the hell to even do for the... Is there a dungeon? My EQ. Travel to Alterac Mountains and defeat Grumpus. Okay. Let's see if there's anything on the holiday board. Or on the board. Oh, I didn't realize. This must have started at level 50, because I didn't used to have any PvE things at all. Alright, well, I guess while I'm here, and the fact that my quest log is full. Oh yeah, interesting, it is a level 60 quest, which makes sense that I can obtain it now at level 51. But I was just thinking, like, I'm already in my healer setup. Might as well just hop right in and then turn that quest in while we're here.
How may I help? I am honored.
There we go, nice cue. Guardian of Time is the bearer of the Path of Ascension quest chain.
Can I assist you?
He doesn't have a quest. I mean, he has a quest, but I can't take it yet. Oh yeah, totally, Fred. I don't mind that at all. I guess it's good to ask because some people get all... They have sentiments about that one way or another. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I'm in my feral gear. I was gonna say, what happened to my mana? I should not be out of mana from simply casting that. Oh, and also, do I have... Yes! Okay, I did finally remember to plug this in. So, if I need to innervate someone, I can do that without fucking up my own shit. Nice. Okay. Oh yeah, and I should turn into a tree. Might as well become living broccoli. Becoming broccoli makes you better at healing, just like in real life, actually. Can't quite figure out how Wyvern form work. It's a caster form, but the talisman are all martial weapons. Well, I saw a video on an incredibly effective way to do a leveling build on Wyvern from a smaller PoE creator. It's probably what I'm gonna swap to, because as fun as Bear was, I can't do the walking apocalypse shit or like the meteor bear thing. That's like a higher level build, and you don't have the rampage option until like level 40 something. However, okay, there we go. Let's pop this down, call it a day. However, one of the things I did realize I was doing wrong is, obviously, not every move, like you don't have to never use a bear move if you're playing a wyvern and all that, right? But one of the things I didn't realize is how good pounce is in general. So like I definitely should have been using pounce in my build, despite the fact that I wasn't playing wolf. Like, it's, yes, pounce is part of the wolf combo, but it also has a lot of value outside of that too. Yeah. Now I'm being sparse on the details because I know that you tend to like to figure stuff out. if you don't mind me talking about it, I can explain to you what I learned about Wyvern. But I also, it's not my own personal knowledge, so like I would just be regurgitating a YouTube video, and I'm happy to do that. But if you don't want to hear that kind of info anyway, then I don't need to. But without diving too deeply into it, basically Pounce into Devour seemed to be a very, very good loop on Wyvern. Because then you get a power charge, and then you can start doing fucking lightning rending auto attacks. And there's more to it as well. But I could instantly see the value in that, and like I remember having a more convoluted power charge loop on my Witch the other season, where it was like, oh, yeah, this is cool, but it's too much work for me to do it. But it kind of naturally weaves into the clearing. And then there's some really, really interesting use of defensive and sustain mechanics that I had no idea of. I wonder what cosmetic forms they have for Tree. Like how they have the other animal forms for, like... Like I've seen that polar bear skin. I've seen this like rune rock bear thing. Appreciate you asking. I indeed want to figure things out. Okay. Yeah, no, all good, dude. I don't want to take away your sense of exploration and discovery, because that's been a huge, huge reason of what made me love WoW so much. And kind of brought it back with Ascension and the World Forge and all that, the ability to just discover shit out in the wild. Oh, so a life bloom's, yeah, so I guess I might as well just use regular rejuve on a party member. Maybe a massive shroom? Yeah, no, I'd like that sounds kind of interesting. Maybe mushroom form will be one of the healer things in Conquest of Azeroth. A fungomancer. Okay, that's an idea. Cut that shit out. All these heal spamming assholes, and I'm not a shaman, so I can't just interrupt everything. It's okay, I'll just tree punch them. Local fun guy. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of puns you could do off of that one. Alright, okay, there we go. See, I added the NPC to a focus frame. I don't have any indicators on it, so like I can't see the heal over time because like that little purple leaf there. That's something I coded in as well. Hunter pet to add the hunter pet to add the boss. Hunter pet to add the boss. . What? I don't have a fucking clue what that's supposed to mean. I gave it a few attempts at mentally parsing that, but anyway. Picking some flowers. Becoming a broccoli again. Oh no. But yeah, focus is a very useful mechanic in WoW. Because not only does it give you an extra frame to focus whatever target you want, but in the built-in macros with WoW, like WoW has extremely robust macros. I haven't even made any yet because I haven't really had to. But like, for example, you can have cast at focus, cast at target of target. Like there's so many ways to utilize, like if you're familiar with programming, you already understand the way the language of that works, and if you don't, implicitly you'll look at it and go, ah, I see. I was thinking about using Wolf to build Rage, Slam with Bear. Don't have enough gem to make it. Well, I can say that you don't need to worry at all about generating Rage, I don't think. Because they're like, for example, on just simply having a like the rage on hit talent passives rather that are really early on in the tree gave me so much rage that with simply, even without the rage on hit support thingy, the rage on hit support gem, I would do one bear maul, like one bear auto attack, and then slam. And the wyvern setup that I was looking at for both leveling, and then the dude also was able to scale the concept up to maps as well. He does not have an issue whatsoever generating rage and resources. So the utilities are there. Some of them I'm aware of, some of them I'd have to revisit the video anyway, but you definitely could do that. And I don't think you would need to rely on multiple, like an elaborate support gem setup to do that. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. There's a whole shitload of stuff to check out because I didn't even really dive very deep into it. I just was like, oh, I like this concept of you know, I didn't want to like follow a whole build guide, but I just wanted to see what people were doing because like I was saying at the tail end of the last PoE stream, I was kind of like, man, I feel like my bear is starting to slow down and I don't really know what to do with it next. And I didn't see the obvious path in the passive tree like I did when I was playing my witch, where I could just immediately figure out a build by looking at it. But I also want to play something different because I think if I play Witch every season, I'll get bored.
What up? Thanks again, friend. I told you I'd make it worth your while. Have a good one.
Yeah, that wasn't a lie. I haven't done that quest in for fucking ever. It's one of those quests that most people skip because it's like, it's just not rewarding enough for the time spent. Or people don't want to do it because, like, you know, one person in the group already did it, the other people don't need it. There we go, clear that focus frame. And the nice thing with Elv UI, if you middle mouse button click your target, it generates a focus frame of that target. And then if you middle mouse click the focus frame, it goes away. So it's really easy to just have it always work, basically. Clear casting, clear casting, clear casting. I should save Innervate for the actual packs. Bro. It's like, when I get clear casting procs like this, it's like, what even is mana? Is this a resource I need to consider that even exists? Yep, that is the real motherfucker when it comes to humidity, lol. That was the thing about... Honestly, I think the humidity is the single worst factor about the weather in Taiwan. Or in Taipei, at least. It makes the summer feel like hell, and it makes the winter feel like, well, I guess, Viking hell. Holy shit, brother. That might be a lot of dudes. Oh, I guess, yeah. It's a lot of dudes, but they're not nicely grouped up because of their, some of them are casters. It's situations like this that really make me want to have an atonement priest. Except, I definitely want my next character to be something different. Like I really like the idea of playing a warrior with heirlooms. Ah, this pathway over the vines. Yeah, I remember this. Can they make that without a speed boost? I don't have Stampeding Roar. I was gonna say, damn. Bro is dodging all my attacks. He's got fucking Ultra Instinct or something. I mean, I know I'm just a piece of living broccoli here. I'm not exactly the most fearsome foe, but that was downright unreasonable. I think it was Cataclysm that added that change that I'm thinking of, where like, because like I remember casting Lightning Bolt as a Resto Shaman would restore your mana. So I think the idea was that if you weren't healing, you should always be weaving in an attack. But that's not the way that Wrath played, generally speaking, unless you were playing Atonement, which is kind of unique. Since I can get away with the mana costs and the casts involved, it is pretty cool to just be able to spam a hurricane. Ooh, we gotta level up, baby. See how much bullshit gold this costs now. $18 gold. Not too bad. And then we can pump in better tree form. Oh no, not while we're in combat, I guess. Oh. That's actually better for me. Hell yeah. Hopefully no one else needs that. I don't think they will. Yeah, bro. Okay. Hey, Haven Shadow. Not much, just hopping on some WoW for the evening. Gotta go do the Christmas stuff later, but I felt like just doing a dungeon real quick since I was already in my resto setup. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, just the fact that I've been enjoying WoW so much again has kind of made me curious about the MMO genre in general, since I had kind of been so over the loop of it previously. I did definitely have a lot of fun with Guild Wars back in the day. Guild Wars 2. I played that from like beta up until The Path of Fire expansion. Can't remember which one that was. Oh, that's just a fat lump of spell power. Okay. I thought he was talking about something else, but I guess he's talking about the gloves. I was like, did he need my staff? That son of a bitch. Kick the ninja looter. How dare he take blue gloves? Massive 104 crit for Tree Punch. Stamina, Spirit, attack power in forms. That's odd, but okay. Anyways, so what is that? 9 int, 4 spirit, 4 spirit. Oh damn, we're fucking wasted. Holy shit. So we have an item right now. It's unlimited moonshine. Every 2 minutes we can get a shot of alcohol. And I guess it's some of the strongest alcohol in the game, because this is maximum WoW drunk. And it makes you type all drunk. I like that a tree can get this drunk. Something about that feels funny. And yeah, if you don't hold your right mouse button when you're walking to steady your camera, like you just walk around, you stumble around. It's so funny how they did the whole drunk thing in WoW. I feel like these days that would probably get you a mature game rating. It's like, oh, they're promoting alcohol consumption. And yeah, that's technically true, but you know, who the fuck cares? Yeah, see, now I only feel drunk. Whoa. Yeah, completely smashed as the as the maximum drunk for WoW. Oceanic is a race of ocean people, yes, like SpongeBob. What the fuck convo did I miss in chat? Hey, Pony. How's it going, dude? If you get drunk, you'll see the mobs at lower levels. Oh, yes, that's a good point. And it doesn't actually change the interaction, but yes, the whole liquid confidence thing. Like a level 45 mob will only appear level 40 if you're this wasted or something. It's like I can take that guy. Like they really nailed the fucking concept of it so well. All right. So now I can return to the call board and turn this in. Ah, and I can just, oh, and you can just keep doing that until your weekly cache is full. Okay. Well, shit. Okay, there we go. It's like, is it working? Wait. Azure Ghosts? When the fuck did I obtain this quest? Azure Ghost is a world boss in Ashara. Unless it's different on this server, but yeah. Anyway. I'm about to do another dungeon queue if you want to hop in, Pony. Otherwise, no worries. But I figure since I've got that much progress done on the board towards the cache, I kind of want to do another one and get that all slammed in. No worries. No worries. I mean, I have the, unless you actually wanted to tank, I have the good queue anyway. More just tossing out the invite. Because if you're playing DPS, you don't ever see that.
Well
Oh, what do you know? A Wailing Caverns that isn't fresh. I've never had this experience before ever in my entire life. Well, anyway. It's not like I need to see to know what's going on. No, I would not like many viewers. In fact, I hope all of them fuck off forever and I stream to no one. What a dumb bot message. Maybe this is why the other healer left. Maybe the tank isn't good at holding aggro. It could be pretty stressful if you're like a low-level healer without many options to press on your bars. But I am a tree. I'm gonna give that priest innervate because priests do not have a great way to get mana in combat like that, and I definitely have more than enough to heal with. Plus Glyph of Innervate means I get a little bit of mana back anyway. Oh, that's kind of nice. I just got something that I like better, but that's nice in the sense that it's a fat amount of one quick check. Uh-oh, I got put to sleep. I can't do anything to save you, brother. There we go. I can do a fat healing touch crit, though, and just erase all the damage on his bar. I noticed that completed off of the boss, even though that wasn't the boss of the dungeon. Because that boss can be the boss of the dungeon, and I guess that was good enough. TIL.
Oops! Had a little mishap, as you can see. The morning cargo shipment from Booty Bay was... Oh my god, yes? What's bro so hyped about? This person tried to attack me while I was looking something up and died because of it. Ah, rip, that sucks. Was it like an open world PvP thing? Ah, bummer. Yeah, it's one of those situations where having stealth and like hiding behind a tree or something is just so OP. Alright, I'm gonna innovate the priest again. They're low on mana and they're doing good DPS. Nice crit for 999. That was a satisfying number to see. Oh, there we go. He did even more. Not as cool as the 999 crit though. All right, there we go. Yeah, I have no idea what that Druid tank was like. Oh my god, yes! I have no idea what had him so excited, but you know, hey, congrats to whatever that was. All right. $45 fucking spell power. That's a lot of spell power. God damn. Like, it might even be worth putting on the corpse shroud here for the intellect spirit. Oh, 15 spell power. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just actually put this on anyway. What am I at for spell power now? 148. Okay, that's pretty decent for leveling. Well, now I want to do one more since I managed to get double completion off of that because, like I said, when I joined into that dungeon and then we killed that lightning lizard boss, I noticed that it gave me quest completion because that boss is capable of being one of the final bosses for that dungeon, depending on what path you take. There he is. I was gonna say, is a tank coming? Okay, so he's tanking without a shield. As long as he does, he's doing big damage. That's okay, but that is something to keep in mind. But hey, to be honest, like, you know, like some of those easier dungeons where I'm starting to do damage because the DPS is kind of slow, but the healing requirement isn't that high. It's like, I've been doing this anyway. Or it's like, I don't really care which side the bonus damage comes from as long as it's manageable. Okay. Let's see if we can get we'll see if this bug has been fixed, if we can actually get another tank. This rogue's got very solid. Okay, their blade flurry, melee, eviscerate. Damn, their blade flurry is doing fucking work. I thought blade flurry only makes it hit one extra target. That could be a really old school WoW thing. It's one additional target? Okay. That's what I thought it was. Huh, okay. Bro is taking an insane amount of damage. Is he also not a tank? No, he's a tank, okay. I don't know what that is. Some of those mobs just... Maybe he was getting hit from the side or the back. Okay, well I don't need to innervate. There's literally no one else with mana, so I will actually innervate myself. Dude, holy shit. This rogue's AoE is going nutty. That's impressive. That's pretty cool. So funny that you can skin humanoid Worgen. I don't think you could do that in classic WoW, unless I'm misremembering. Don't mind my English today, I meant to agree with you. Fair enough. It increases our attack speed by 15% and we attack an additional target, and some mystic enchants can make it even better. Yeah, they just swapped to something called, I don't even know what it was, but they swapped to something. Blade Vortex, that's what it was. Blade Vortex is what they said they wanted to swap to. I mean, it's okay for people to either be less experienced at WoW, maybe they're new to WoW, maybe they haven't played in forever, maybe they were never that accomplished of a player back in the day either. But it is nice when you encounter people that are very adept at the game, know what they're doing, and can like really carry their weight and then some in a group. And I guess although I haven't been playing DPS on Ascension, I've been more or less doing that when I save the day with good healing. Pop that berserk at the wrong time. I was getting ready to berserk hurricane, and that ended up not being the thing. Captain Midwint. Is that supposed to be like Captain Midwit? I gotta keep that curse off of this rogue because it'll fuck their DPS. And they are basically single-handedly DPSing this. I mean, without even any insult to the other players, they could be doing fine. It's just that this rogue is just going bananas. Fuck. There we go. Unfortunately, exiting and re-entering means I don't have the speed boost, which is a bit of a ball sack, but it'll be manageable. Got destroyed by 20 ads. Yep, that's more or less what happened to us, too. I'm gonna give that rogue thorns as well, because it seems like they are very likely to pull aggro. Which is totally fine. But, like, point being, it'll actually impact them. Yeah, I don't want to go for a cheeky shortcut and then fall. I can't remember where you can and can't run along the roof there. Wait, shit. Okay, we could be... No, we're okay. I don't know if he's gonna come back down or what, so I guess I'll just go up. I feel so slow as a tree, but I think it's just because it's bigger. Like, you don't actually lose movement speed now. That would be thematic, but it's one of those things where, like, it just usually feels like shit no matter how thematically cool it is. Or like, imagine you turn into a tree of life, but you can't even fucking move because you're rooted to the ground. I could see that being one of those things that they thought, like, you know, they drafted up on paper one day, then they put it into the game, and they're like, oh, no. Definitely not. Dude, at this point, I wish I could cast my Berserk on someone else. Cast my Berserk onto the rogue. The only downside of the staff is I have a slow auto attack again. Having that really fast dagger did allow me to get more clear casting procs, but it was not, absolutely not essential. Okay, there we go. I was a little bit scooched back from my desk, more than was ideal, because I was making room for mooncake earlier. That damn wolf got... I shouldn't have stood on that side. Holy shit. This guy took the most obnoxious teleport pathing possible. What the fuck is that? Dude, what even was that? This shit is so janky right now. What the hell? Okay. Stamina, intellect, spell power. Wait, stamina, intellect, spirit, spell power. Oh, I'd give up crit, but that's okay. All right. It was like a laggy jetpack ride. Yeah, basically. That was pretty funny. All right. So I ended up with 3 bags of dungeon spoils. Ooh, that's an upgrade. Okay. That's an upgrade. Hit haste spell power on a main hand. Not enough to offset the insane amount of spell power I have on my staff right now. Oh, hang on, wait. And this stamina, intellect, spirit, crit, haste, spell power. The spirit is good. I will do that then, okay. Yeah, okay. I like that. The fuck is this, a unique equipped shoulder? As if I'm gonna equip more than one shoulder at the same time? Okay, I promise I won't do that. Alright, we're at 173 bonus damage and healing. We gained some significant power out of that too. And then 3 more arcane scrolls, or mystic scrolls rather. Which is really useful to get those blue... It's like these blue ones get... It's like I don't want to spend runes of ascension on them. I mean, the Führer and like if it really has one you need, you just have to do it. All right. Okay, Gem of Serpentis. I think that's the one you always get on that path.
Besides the grunts outside, my brothers and I fought at the Battle of Hyjal. Any who seek to steal from the bank must face us first.
This one I'll keep because I think I'll get it from... Oh, okay. That's right. Nancy Vicious is over by, even though this is a Scarlet Monastery quest, I don't think you actually... Yeah. I know exactly where that is. Okay. Oh yeah, and my Hearthstone is still Terran Mill, so that's actually super close if I want to go do that. Now, let me turn in these couple of quests while I'm here. Okay. Oh, I got some shit to sell too. But yeah, made some pretty significant progress. I was like just barely level 51. Now I'm almost level 53. I guess, I mean, I have had, that's the nice thing about not playing every single day, is when you end up like full rested XP, you have a pretty significant amount of progress you can make.
Returned from Desolus more than successful, adventurer. Thank you. Thank you for your efforts, your time, and your understanding to my plea. Thrall understands and desires peace between the Horde and Alliance, and by taking measures to ensure our appearance is acceptable, we will not provoke any further threats of unnecessary violence. I am indebted to you.
How the fuck are people putting me to sleep while stunned? I wonder if he's a feral druid getting hibernated? But it could be some item that people have that like sleeps a beast that is very, very good to have if you're fighting, if you're dealing with druids, for example. Ooh, that's an upgrade too. I forgot to plug that bad boy in. Oh yeah, this little pet, he has to follow me at 100% boosted raptor speed. Dude's on like 100 doses of Adderall right now. Alright, before I go sell shit, let's claim all of the transmog because we want that for our wardrobing. Oh, corpse maker. Okay, I thought that was, I was like, is that the Ravager? But no. Alright, got it all. So what's my feral set? 122 attack power. Yeah, that's what I thought. We got some pretty good shit still. Alright. So we're at 181 bonus damage and healing. I gained a pretty significant power spike in all of those loot boxes out of the, whatever you call it, the adventurers bullshits. Alright, I went the wrong way. Oh, well, actually, having my hearth at Terran Mill will be useful for Alterac as well. It's like right, it's all right in that vicinity. So we can go to there. Okay, and we can talk to this person now, figure out the history of Wintervale.
Peace. May the spirits be with you. The Feast of Wintervale, you say? Alas, in times past it held a more substantial meaning to us Tauren. Nowadays, it seems as though others have turned the legend of this season of renewal into something that helps to sell candies and presents. It's no surprise that Furmund is bitter about that sort of change. He and other Tauren like him cling to our past like a banner of war. While I think a little celebration is always good, it is important to remember The origins of the feast. Here. If you are interested in learning more about the Feast of Winter Veil, read this book. While I think our recognition of the legend is the appropriate one, I'm enough of a student of legends to appreciate the collection of all information into a single source. When you're done, take the book to Cairn Bloodhoof in Thunder Bluff. I know for a fact he'd be interested in hearing that others have taken an interest in the lore of our people.
Okay, well I fell asleep in front of this NPC giving a history speech just to be rude to him. But I'm gonna do the quest anyway. Okay, Thunder Bluff. Anyone want to be friends? I'm paying them 200 gold. That's a good deal. It's a whole 6-page book.
Strength and honor.
Okay. So if none of this is part of my set, I can vendor all of this. Nice. Damn, we're on almost 500 gold. We are working our way up in the world. Leveling up, getting rich.
What do you haven't lived until you've looked down on the world from the back of a wind rider.
All right. On the back of the Wind Rider. Okay, I can delete that fucking... Jungle Vine Wine. That sounds pretty cool. But yeah, definitely worth checking the call board. Now, I wouldn't overly focus on the profession stuff because, like, for example, when you're leveling, you might be better. You're probably better off selling, like, if it's like 20 soft wood for the call board, it's going to give you gear and shit for like your level. So you're probably better off selling that for gold. But like in this case, if you're going to do a dungeon anyway, or you're going to do a battleground anyway, the call board daily just means you're getting more rewards for it. Now, I didn't have the random dungeon option until level 50 or 51, whatever it was. But the battleground one, that's been there. I've noticed that since level 20 or 30. And it could have been even earlier and I just didn't notice it either.
Greetings, young one, and welcome to Thunderbluff. You'll find a safe refuge from the burdens of the world here. All denizens of the Horde are welcome here. The spirits of the present and past come alive here in this sacred place, my friend. Honor them, and in doing so, honor yourself. The legends and lore surrounding the Winter Veil are ones that have faded from the forefront of public, though, over the years. Yes, I know that the goblins are helping to revive the season for their own ends. The fact that our people reflect upon it, at least in some form, does good to keep such lore alive. Your desire to go beyond the material and learn about our past is an admirable trait, young adventurer. I salute you. The legends.
Okay. Okay, I was gonna say, I see he's got, one of the paladins must be with him. Because I was gonna say, damn, we're really just going in here. I appreciate the desire to be quick, but like, you're pulling around line of sight of your healer. That's spooky. Yeah, I can't really do much with, I'm not going to be able to do much with Hurricane in here. Oh, I just realized that that dude with TTV in his name is also in the guild that I'm in. Some streamer invited me to a guild and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I haven't really interacted with the people in it. Mostly because it would be too many chat channels to juggle, you know. My own chat. Most importantly, the newcomer chat, aka Global Barons chat. fat regrowth crit. Jesus. Whew. That got hairy there for a sec. Yeah, the damage that goes out in this dungeon is just fucking bonkers compared to a lot of other dungeons. Because I'm sure this dude is geared, and if he's not geared, he's at least playing in a way that implies a good degree of game knowledge and everything. Okay, is there anything else I can do to make... Okay. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to buff up earlier. Well, I'll worry about those quests later. Felt like doing one more dungeon, and sure enough, happened to get a good group. Oh god. "16 strength, 7 stamina." That's a lot of strength on a leather chest. It's a bear. That's a bear form. Well, no, bears still like agility, don't they? I don't know. I gotta pay really close attention to the healing with these kobolds, because when they all start throwing dark candles at people, it's like getting hit by a multi-boxer Ellie shaman back in the day. Yeah, but see, interrupting it makes such a difference. Oh, he killed them so quick I don't even need to solar beam there. Fuck. I got nuked. That's okay. Protecting the tank and with the other healer, like the other dude taking up off heals, seems like we'll probably survive. But yeah, that room is a real motherfucker. Just because of how much burst damage goes out all of a sudden. Bad time to put that out, unfortunately. The, whatchamacallit, the efflorescence. Damn. Holy shit. It's more spell power than my staff, and it has base attributes. That other dude left. I think he thought it was the end of the dungeon, but it wasn't. Too bad, because they were a good source of DPS as a level 60 ret paladin. But they're also not the crux of the group. But we might as well get another player. No reason not to. And if the queue's bugged and doesn't work, then so be it. Because I imagine that getting a dungeon will be, or getting a DPS will be almost instant. Fuck, I'm bad. I'm too fat as a damn tree. I didn't know about this path, to be honest. Okay. All right. That's cool. A little mini jumping puzzle built into the dungeon. Cool, I didn't know about running through like that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Lag. Good time for it, too. How are we all doing in chat? Am I still here? It looks like I am. Yep, stream's up. Okay. Hello? Okay, now the game crashed after the lag. Lovely. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get back in time. I have no idea what that was about. But good old Ascension. Fuck. Couldn't make it in time. Well, GG, dudes. Well played. All right. Well, enough of that nonsense. I will just go ahead and turn this bad boy in, call it a day. Oh, nice. It actually was properly scaled. Okay. I don't need it though. Strength, stamina, defense, spell power. It's technically better than that other caster ring, which is funny. I'll take it. Okay. Oh, nice. And then I did end up winning that staff earlier. Oh, that looks cool too. What the hell? Oh, that's cool. Okay, increases healing spell... Your healing spell power. Okay. So when I'm a tree... Oh, nice. 208 bonus healing. Okay. So in addition to the fact that I cast a raid-wide buff where everyone in my 100-yard presence takes 6% more healing, I also just get more healing spell power too. Because, yeah, that's the thing. Even though that's, like, not news, I did also... I only played Druid up till the end of Burning Crusade, and I did not do any resto because I was so in the mood to just play Feral back then, especially since back in like original vanilla, if you were a Druid, you were a healer. The end. There was no flexibility to that. Okay, now what I need to do is I want to take this ring off. Oh, fuck. I hope I didn't just bork things there. There it goes. I was like, wait, where do... Oh, I guess the free slot would have worked. Okay. I want to put on my feral gear and see... stamina, attack power. Okay, no. So I don't need to worry about that. Okay, I'm kind of inclined to just do another dungeon. I guess it's just a dungeon day. Probably gonna have to be the last one before I call it a night, but definitely a good day for making some hasty progress. All right, now how does this, Oh, okay. Savage Roar. Finishing move that increases physical damage done by 30%. There's got to be a way to extend that, right?
Dare summon me.
Maybe it's a mystic enchant. I could have sworn that there was something about... I guess it's a long enough duration of a buff that you could just manually do that. But isn't there something that causes Rip to, like Ferocious Bite extends Rip or something? I know that there's some way to do that. Each time you shred, the duration of your rip on the target is extended by 2 seconds up to a maximum of 6. Dealing damage with Rake or Rip has a 10% chance, and Shred has a 20% chance to grant you Ambush Predator. Your next Ravage can be cast outside of Prowl, has no positional requirements, grants an additional combo point. Okay, I mean, that's really cool. Dealing damage with Rake or Rip. Your Mangle has a 50% increased critical strike chance and extends the duration of your rip on your target by 1 second. Using Tiger's Fury unleashes a ferocious swipe on up to 5 enemies in front of you. Each enemy hit reduces the cooldown of Tiger's Fury. That's pretty cool too. But now the only thing though is like, so is the feral setup that I have. Now, my setup is more designed around the fact that I'm leveling, because some of these things, it's like I'm not going to be, I can't spam backstab on a target that I'm fighting by myself. But holy shit, there's a lot of options to really go nutty as feral, as a cat. No, this is a fresh one. Okay. I was gonna say, damn. We got into that real quick, but I guess that's just how they want to go, which is a good sign. That's a good sign if you want to have a quick dungeon, but at the same time, like, well, I guess the times where I'm zoning in and I need a second, I just say sec spec real quick because people understand what that obviously means. Yeah, it's cool seeing the spell power values and everything scaling way higher now that I'm... It's kind of like how feral form attack power just suddenly starts showing up on your gear, essentially. Okay. I was trying to make that guy... The LOS was like a fatter wall than it felt like it had to be, basically. I wonder where that option is to holding the button continue your casting. I wanted to experiment with that. Oh, you know, the other thing is, doesn't it... Yeah, it also... Hurricane reduces their time between attacks by 20%, so it actually does help reduce the damage that people would be taking. Okay, let's see. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, okay, so it works for instants as well, too. Well, that's nice, actually. Holy brother. Yeah, at first I thought I wouldn't like the hold button cast thing because I was like, is that gonna mess me up? That wasn't how I used to play back in the day, but I had a moment of spamming a key where I was like, yeah, but what if? All right, we got Tom friends coming out. Oh, and here's the boss. All right. Oh, that's right. After I Swiftmend, I have like an increased... I have like an almost guaranteed crit with regrowth, I think. I'm gonna pick that flower. That's so funny that when I'm a tree, I'm bigger than a Tauren. I guess that's why I feel so big and slow. I'm not actually slower, it's just such a big model. I guess they wanted it to be really, like, visually obvious. Maybe for PvP reasons as well, I don't know. The music over here in this spot is so good. It's like only on this little pile of skulls though. Accidentally wasted that. Oh well. Hopefully we don't need it. I meant to do Hurricane and I did fucking Tranquility. That's funny with transmog. It's like you see a shaman using a two-handed sword, and it's like, wait, what? That's right, it's a 50% increased crit strike chance, that's what it is. And then it's on top of an already 25% chance, and then whatever my base spell crit is, so it's a pretty damn, not quite guaranteed, but a pretty damn high percent chance to crit, basically. Oh yeah, and I don't even have Living Seed yet. That'll make my heal crits all the juicier. Ooh, yes. The totals, yes. Getting Gift of the Earth Mother will be huge. Haste is so nice. Does it make my... I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember if that has an innate effect or not. Yeah, I was like, what are you doing, Hunter? You pulled aggro, you should run to the tank, not away. You're not gonna burst that mob down in like 2 seconds. Granted, it wasn't gonna be an issue. I would have easily been able to heal that, but gotta run to the tank. I mean, when you can, but I mean, almost always that's the case. Every now and then, specific fights will like introduce things to mix up the usual mechanics. Making sure we didn't miss that chest. Probably doesn't have anything of real value in it, but no one else is going to go for it, I will, and then anything green or above gets rolled on anyway. There we go, we got some real damage going out now. This dude munching and eating over here. He's set up like a pilgrim with a big sword. Did the dude say he needed a second or something? Okay, I was gonna say we could probably do the next mob pull. There we go. I thought that might have been a little bit early to heal, given that it's highly likely I'm gonna get a crit off of regrowth. I didn't want to pull the aggro there. Well, if I get clear casting, it's a great time to use Hurricane, realistically. All right, GG. All right, like I said, I gotta call it a night. It is 11 p.m. Oh, fuck. I accidentally interacted with that without holding my button. I just did the same thing again. Holy shit, look at that. Definitely time to go to bed. But I want to make sure I got my adventurers cache. Okay, dungeon spoils. Soul Keeper, I remember that one. I was gonna say, damn, it's a lot of attack power in fucking form thingo. But yeah, what I really need to do is I need to get a I need to get another healing cost of healing touch and nourish for each. Oh, that's pretty good. Like if you have to pump big heals. But yeah, now that I've leveled up a few times, I gotta get a new feral weapon just because of the sheer like stat scaling and everything. Okay, so much intellect. Oh right, but I have intellect and stamina. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll stick with that then. Oh, spell damage. Yeah, spell power. Spell power is both. Healing power is obviously only healing. Spell damage is only damage. If that was 13 intellect, 15 spell power, I would wear that green, but unfortunately, I don't need damage. That's not what I'm building for as a healer. Okay, well, I guess that's really it. Is this guy part of Christmas?
The Galek Centaur in the Thousand Needles are protecting an artifact from the time of the Centaur's creation. We would like to retrieve it, but we require a phial of water from one of the Night Elves' moon wells. To collect the water, you will first need to obtain one of the phials carried by the Dryads near the Rainwood Retreat in the heart of Ashenvale Forest.
This doesn't seem like a Christmas quest.
Near the western bank of the Fall.
That seems like it's just a quest, which is cool. You know, I don't mind doing some quests. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have to take care of my auctioning and all that because I got a bunch of shit to sell. And I always like to do that off stream since it's even more slow paced and dull than the average gameplay of an MMO, realistically. Just calling a spade a spade. All right.
Hail.
Yeah, I've been storing a bunch of quest items in my bank. And then my personal stash has most of the sauce. But real quick before I go, just so y'all can see how important this add-on is if you want to play the market and sell shit and not have to deal with it all manually. The other nice thing what Trade Skill Master does is once you assign various items to various categories, like, you know, this is my simple setup here for how I'm going to auction stuff. When I open a bank, I can just have it move all of my items to my bag. Now I've got a bunch of garbage consumables I need to sell realistically too. Yeah, because I'm probably gonna run out of room before I can unload. But basically, that's what you do. You know, you unload your bank into your bag, go over to the auction NPC.
Peace, friend.
For all of the things that you've already set categories for, then you just click start post scan and it just scans the auction house, and like these items are not valuable enough right now, so my filter to not sell it when it's worth shit or less than the vendor flags that. But then like here are the Arthas tiers. We're going to post that. This one is skipped because the cheapest auction is below our minimum price. This one we're going to post though. And this is basically just how it goes. It just scan, and once you've set your filters, you don't really need to actively think about it unless it's a really valuable item. You want to be careful not to like let an algorithm fuck you over. But on that note, this is basically, I'm going to spend the next 5 or 10 minutes doing this before I log off for real. But I'm going to go ahead and call it on the stream for now. But anyway, dudes, appreciate anyone who's lurking around in the background and people who were here in chat earlier today. Just a brief little evening stream for me, but, you know, hey, I almost missed the day. I always like to get a little evening stream if I couldn't stream earlier in the day. Better than nothing, right? What the hell's flickering in the background there? Anyway, it's because I have shit in my background that's not normally there. That makes sense. Anyway. On that note, I'm a bounce. Catch you guys tomorrow. See ya.